If you had to guess the single best exercise for slowing down aging, you'd probably say running, walking, or maybe swimming. You'd be wrong, and the real answer might surprise you, because it's not about your heart. It's about something doctors call your biological age predictor, and most people over 50 are losing it every single year without realizing it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what this exercise is, why it matters more than cardio after age 50, and how just a few minutes a day can change the way your body ages from the inside out. Stay with me, because point 3 is the one most people get completely wrong, and it's the one that matters most. Let's start with something you probably experience more often than you'd like to admit. You wake up in the morning, and your knees feel stiff. You reach for something on a high shelf, and your shoulder complains. You step off a curb a little wrong, and for half a second, your body has to scramble to catch itself. None of this feels like a big deal in the moment. But here's what your doctor might not have told you. These small, everyday moments are early warning signs of something far more important than joint pain. They are signs that your balance and stability systems are quietly declining, and this decline is one of the strongest predictors of how long and how well you'll live. So let's talk about what's actually happening in your body, and why the exercise we're about to discuss addresses the root cause, not just the symptoms. Point 1. Muscle loss isn't just about looking weaker. It's about surviving. Starting around age 30, we begin losing muscle mass at a slow, steady rate. After 50, that rate accelerates. Researchers call this process sarcopenia, and it doesn't just affect how much you can lift. It affects your ability to catch yourself when you trip, to stand up from a chair without using your hands, and to keep your joints stable during ordinary movement. Muscle isn't just for strength. It's your body's shock absorber and your built-in safety net. When that safety net weakens, everyday movements become higher risk, and the body starts protecting itself by moving less, which, ironically, speeds up the very decline it's trying to avoid. Point 2. Balance is a skill, not a fixed trait. Many people assume balance either you have it or you don't, and that it simply fades with age like eyesight. But research consistently shows that balance is trainable at any age. Your nervous system relies on constant communication between your inner ear, your eyes, and the sensors in your muscles and joints, a system called proprioception. When you stop challenging that system, it gets quieter. It responds slower. And that's exactly why a small stumble that used to be nothing can suddenly turn into a fall. The encouraging part is this. Because balance is a trainable skill, it can also be rebuilt, often faster than people expect. Point 3. This is the one most people get wrong. Most people over 50 focus entirely on cardio, thinking that a strong heart is the key to longevity. Cardio absolutely matters, but here's the truth your cardiologist won't emphasize as much as your physical therapist will. The number one predictor of independence, quality of life, and even lifespan after 50 isn't how fast you can run. It's how well you can combine strength, balance, and mobility in a single coordinated movement. This is why the exercise we're building toward isn't a single move like a squat or a lunge. It's a category of training called functional strength and balance training. Movements that mimic real life, done under light resistance, with a balance challenge built in. Now here's where we need to pause and clear up a myth that's kept a lot of people from doing the one thing that would actually help them most. Myth: lifting weights or doing balance work after 50 is risky and should be left to younger people. This idea is not only outdated, it's backwards. Multiple studies on older adults have shown that supervised, progressive strength and balance training is one of the safest and most effective ways to prevent falls, reduce joint pain, and even improve bone density. The real risk isn't in doing this kind of training. The real risk is in avoiding it, because inactivity accelerates the very muscle and balance loss we just talked about. Doctors aren't worried about a 60-year-old doing controlled balance exercises. They're worried about a 60-year-old who hasn't challenged their balance in a decade and doesn't know it until they fall. So let's get specific. What does this exercise actually look like? The single most effective category of exercise for slowing down aging after 50 is what's known as single-leg functional training. Movements performed on one leg or with a shifted center of gravity that force your body to stabilize itself in real time. Think of a slow, controlled single-leg stance while holding onto a countertop for support. Think of a step up onto a low platform, done slowly and deliberately. Think of a controlled sit-to-stand from a chair without using your hands. These movements aren't flashy. They won't get you a six-pack, but they train the exact system that determines whether you're still moving confidently and independently 10, 20, even 30 years from now. Here's why this works on a biological level. When you challenge your body with a slight balance demand while also engaging major muscle groups, you're doing two things at once. First, you're stimulating muscle fibers in a way that standard cardio simply doesn't, which helps preserve strength and bone density. Second, you're actively retraining your nervous system's balance pathways, keeping that inner ear-to-muscle communication sharp instead of letting it fade from disuse. This combination is why researchers increasingly point to functional strength and balance training, rather than traditional cardio alone, as the more powerful tool for extending what's called your health span, the number of years you live not just alive, but capable, mobile, and independent. And this brings us to the final reveal, the insight that ties everything together. The single most life-changing habit for aging well after 50 isn't a supplement, a diet, or even a daily walk. It's consistent, brief exposure to controlled instability. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day of single leg stances, slow step-ups, or supported balance work can meaningfully improve stability within a matter of weeks. You don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. You need consistency, and you need to stop treating balance training as optional. It is, according to the research, one of the most protective things you can do for your long-term independence. So here's how to take control starting today. Pick one simple movement. A supported single-leg stance near your kitchen counter is a perfect place to start. Do it for 30 seconds on each leg, once or twice a day. As it gets easier, reduce how much you're holding on, or close your eyes briefly for an added challenge, always with something sturdy nearby for safety. This isn't about pushing to exhaustion. It's about steady, small, repeated signals to your body that say, we're still capable, we're still stable, we're still strong. Aging is not something that happens to you. It's something your daily choices actively shape. The stiffness, the wobble, the hesitation before stepping off a curb, none of that has to be your new normal. Your body is remarkably responsive to the right kind of challenge at any age. The people who move confidently into their 70s, 80s, and beyond aren't the ones who were simply lucky. They're the ones who kept challenging their balance and strength consistently, long before they needed to. If this gave you a clearer picture of what actually slows down aging, consider subscribing for more evidence-based guidance built specifically for adults taking their health seriously after 50. And as always, this is general health education, not a substitute for advice from your own doctor, especially if you have existing joint, heart, or balance conditions.